I'd like to call the meeting to order. And so for the 8th time, I have the honor of welcoming everyone to our annual State of the City address. As always, I'm excited to be with you here today. And when you get to work for a city like Fremont, that is redefining Silicon Valley and what it means to be diverse, supportive, and an innovative community, events like this energize me, our council, and our city staff. Before I dive into what our city has accomplished in the last year, I first wanted to welcome Dr. Nicholas Ledani, the president of San Francisco Bay University, who will speak about the university and its developments, as well as Cindy Bonnier, who is the CEO of Fremont Chamber of Commerce, who will give an update, annual update on the chamber. So at this time, welcome Dr. Ledani.
Thank you, Mayor Mei, and this is such an honor to be here today and appreciate the efforts that you have made and your staff have made toward our campus planning to integrate our emerging innovation center at San Francisco Bay University with the city of Fremont. Good morning, everyone. I'm delighted to be here before you, not only as a president of San Francisco Bay University, but also as a proud member of the Fremont community. At San Francisco Bay University, we are more than a university. We're a committed partner in Fremont's journey towards inclusive innovation. Our mission is to offer accessible, affordable, and high-quality education that equips our students not just with degrees, but with the skills and vision to lead and innovate in our community and impact the world. In our classrooms and through our strategic partnerships, we prioritize real-world experiences and career readiness. This fall, we're going to welcome our first cohort of what we're calling, well, there'll be 16 Startup Scholars. This is a group of incredibly talented first-generation students who will graduate without debt and will receive funding to pursue a passion project linked to a socially minded innovation. Our students are our greatest, thank you. Our students are our greatest purpose, and we take pride in investing in their potential while driving forward innovation in Fremont. As an institution of higher education, we must exist to propel our students forward to help them not only succeed, but to develop the leadership qualities needed to make meaningful differences across the world. At San Francisco Bay University, we offer compassionate and comprehensive educational pathways, including bachelor's and master's degrees tailored to meet the dynamic needs of today's industries. We have handcrafted our curriculum with industry leaders, something we always get asked about. Are you talking with industry leaders? We say yes, that's critical for us. We ensure that our graduates are candidates of choice for the firms in the Silicon Valley and beyond. Although we've been around for 40 years, and you may not have heard of us before, we have been here, we are now acting like a startup university. So we're on a quest to disrupt higher education and lead higher education in the decades to come. Like many startups, we are a challenger brand, which means that we are neither complacent nor complicit in the higher ed traditions that are based in 18th century models of teaching and learning. We train our faculty to have high expectations for them. We provide comprehensive services to our students from mental health to financial literacy. And we do it with an affordable price of $8,000 per year. As a nonprofit, this is extraordinary, and we want to champion our students with that. Most importantly, student success is the lens through which we make all our decisions. Unfortunately, that's not true in higher ed these days. We think it's the center lens through which we make our decisions. Our commitment to Fremont is deep-rooted. Fremont offers its spirit of community, its technological heartbeat, and its vision for the future that values education and innovation. Being part of the city enhances our ability to educate leaders who are ready to face global challenges and local sensibilities. We have a number of my colleagues here with me today. I encourage you to meet them at some point, because they will tell you about things that we're doing around innovation, around campus planning, and how do we integrate into the community of Fremont going forward. We are in a very unique financial position as a university. We have a very large endowment that allows us to innovate and create and move forward. We are not just in Fremont, we are of Fremont. We refer to ourselves as a university that is fearless in Fremont. As we work towards our educational goals, we also commit to contributing positively to the city that hosts us, whether it's through fostering local talent, collaborating with the tech leaders, or engaging with community initiatives. San Francisco Bay University is a key player in shaping a thriving, inclusive, and forward-looking Fremont. I look forward to building these connections and exploring new opportunities to collaborate and innovate together. We appreciate you for embracing San Francisco Bay University as a vital part of our city's educational and economic landscape. Thank you for your time today, and welcome again.
Good morning. My name is Cindy Bonnier, and I'm the president and CEO of the Fremont Chamber of Commerce. And I want to start by thanking our chairman circle sponsors. I do this at the beginning of every meeting because these individuals or these companies have made a significant investment in the chamber, and they support us on a daily basis. And that is Kaiser Permanente, Pony AI, and Washington Hospital Healthcare System. Thank you. I also want to recognize our sponsors for the State of the City. Obviously, this is not always an easy event to do in that there's a lot to do and a lot of expense that goes with it. But I do want to acknowledge and thank our presenting sponsor, San Francisco Bay University, and thank you, Dr. Landani, for your support and welcoming remarks. You guys are very polite. Thank you for that. I also want to recognize our event sponsors. They are ACE, Cargill Salt, or Cargill Inc., David Halbert, Supervisor David Halbert, Fremont Bank, Republic Services, Kaiser Permanente, and Washington Hospital Healthcare System, as well as our team sponsors, and that is BBSI, the Marriott, Fremont Silicon Valley, and Bay East Association of Realtors. Yeah, there you go. I knew if I hesitated for just a minute, you'd catch up with me. There we are. We are honored to have with us a number of elected officials, and since there was no registration for this event, I am going to do my very best to acknowledge and introduce those, but let's just see how this goes. So first of all, we have with us our mayor, obviously Mayor Lily Mei. So I've got a few here, so why don't we wait till the end, if you would. Vice Mayor Yang Xiao, Teresa Kang, Fremont City Council Member Teresa Kang, Desiree, oh, you guys, Desiree Campbell, Raj Salwan, and did I miss anyone? Okay, that's going to be my challenge right today. And then also I want to acknowledge the representative from the California State Attorney's Office, and that is Matt Sinacrimian. And why that name may sound familiar to you, Matt recently defected to another place. But I do appreciate that he is pursuing loftier goals, and I know he has a marvelous future and career ahead of him. Did I miss any elected officials? Yes. I did. Mayor of Santa Clara. Lisa Gilmore? Councilmember, oh, there we go, Kathy Watanabe. Okay, thank you. Thank you for being here. Oh, there we go, thank you. Okay, this is working out good, right? Okay, so anybody else did I miss? I see if, I mentioned Supervisor Halbert. Supervisor David Halbert. A big supporter of ours. You know, I just should have left this to the mayor. She does it so much better than I do. But I do appreciate it, and I'm sorry that I didn't have all your names, but not seeing you, not having the registration, I didn't know who was here. I just had to catch people as they walked in. I do want to, though, acknowledge and thank our board of directors. They are the very foundation of our organization. And their work and support is critical to the success that we have as a chamber, and I want to acknowledge them. We have with us today Kenaria Tharai, Jasmine Bazrai. You guys, yeah, stand up if you would. Jasmine Bazrai, Kenaria Tharai, Brian Bodie, Sam Forbes, Dirk Lorenz, Cindy Mazzetti, Jenny Oyali, Christian, no, here's another one. Christian, he even explained this to me, but he did it with an Italian thing. Christian Palaccia? Okay, Christian, sorry. I'll get it right one day. He hasn't been on our board that long, so it takes me a little while. Abdul Tahib and Yvonne Tripp. So I really want to thank our board of directors. They are really, really important to our success in getting things done. But of course, I want to acknowledge our chamber staff too, is literally the boots on the ground. And they're the linchpin of the chamber's accomplishments. And I have the great pleasure to work with Napoleon Batalau, who's our director of digital communications, Jennifer Clark, who's our director of creative content. And I really, I don't want to be remiss in not introducing Matt as well, Matt Sinekrimian. He's only been gone 30 days, so he kind of still like, I feel like he still has one foot in the door. I'm forcing him to have one foot in the door. So Matt too has done a lot of the accomplishments that you're going to see that we have done this over the past year. Matt has been instrumental in as well. So I'm going to try as quickly as I can to get through an overview of what we've done over the past year. We have been very busy, and I do appreciate your patience while I do this. But the most common question that I am asked when I'm out there is, what does Chamber of Commerce do? A lot of people don't know what that is. And sometimes it's difficult to explain because we are in the background. We are pulling the chains. We are solving problems. We are helping our members. We're pulling events. And a lot of times we do it behind the scenes and people don't know it. And they don't know how something arises in the plaza out there. Well, generally it's the Chamber of Commerce a lot. But I could recite to you our mission statement, but that doesn't nearly cover the depth and breadth of what we do as a chamber. So the best explanation I can share with you is to tell you our three foundational values, which is to promote and grow business, support our community, and influence policy through advocacy. So over the last year, let's start with the promote business. Over the last year, we have added 99 new members to our membership roster. So post-pandemic, we continually add about 100 members every year, sometimes more than 100. These members offer a wide variety of benefits and services and share referrals with our business and offer great benefits and services to our community. We offer a number of services to our members' changing needs. One of the more popular and traditional are mixers and ribbon cuttings, which we host periodically. Other opportunities are found in other events, such as today's event, State of the City, which is a wonderful networking event. We continue our partnership with the Economic Development, the city's Economic Development Department. We joined with them in hosting the second restaurant week. It was a huge success, and not only did this feature local restaurants, but the winners of the raffle were awarded gift certificates to retail establishments in our city. So not only did the restaurants benefit, but other businesses within our city did it as well. There continues to be a renewed interest in our connection clubs. Those are the networking clubs where members exchange leads and support one another's success. These clubs are growing and they're exchanging a lot of leads. And coming in the fall will be our Women in Business Expo, which we are looking forward to. Websites and social media continue to be a strong tool in the promotion of our members. Napoleon has been posting with prolific and robust social media messaging, and together with Jennifer, their efforts direct people to our website. I am pleased to report that the number of referrals from our website has surpassed 3,425 annually. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. I just like the number. So, doing the math, that equates to 9,382 referrals a day that are taking place from our website alone. The top categories searched are caterer and food service, including restaurants, nonprofit organizations, e-commerce and retail, and home care and senior services. So I think it's fair to say if you are not in one of these industries and you are not a member of the chamber, you really need to be one because your name will show up that many times. Let's take a look at the community support that we do. While business is our focus, we are acutely aware that we could not sustain a healthy business community without a thriving community as well. And the two go hand in hand, and that's why we dedicate as a chamber a large percentage of our time to do community building activities. Some of the events we do straddle supporting businesses as well. We're all familiar with the Fremont Festival of the Arts, which we will celebrate its 40th year this year, so I'm hoping that you will come out and see this. And once I give up the mic to the mayor again, I won't get back here, so August 3rd and 4th. August 3rd and 4th. Go ahead, take out your calendar right now, I'll wait. Okay, but August 3rd and 4th, it'll be our 40th year. It is equally beneficial to businesses and the community. It provides a venue for local businesses to showcase their services and products, and many attendees who come to the festival learn about the businesses that are in Fremont and will come back to frequent them. I do admit it is a funding vehicle for the chamber, but it's important to note that over its lifetime, the festival has raised well over $10 million for local nonprofits because the food booths all have to return a portion of their proceeds to nonprofit organizations that are specifically local. So over $10 million has gone back to local nonprofits. Additionally, during the weekend, the hotels are booked, restaurants are full, there's new services and products and stores being discovered within our community. So it's a very important event that serves many, many people in many ways. The Fremont Burger and Brew Fest has quickly become a community favorite. The growing festival has real community spirit with the Burger Throwdown competition. We host local celebrity chefs. Many of our members are able to do an exhibit of their businesses as well. Unfortunately, 2024, we were unable to host that event, but we will be back with gusto in 2025. And another favorite is the Fremont Street Eats. It is a weekly downtown event that happens right outside these doors. It's a great gathering place for family and friends to get together, enjoy Friday, kick off the weekend. It has become a real community and place-making event for the downtown area. This year, the nonprofits were invited to host the Chambers Bar, and with all the tips that are earned at that, they go directly to that nonprofit. So if you come by and enjoy a glass of beer, tip well, because it goes to a local nonprofit. That has been a really meaningful change to Street Eats, and we're very pleased that we were able to turn that into something that benefited them so much. The importance of these events cannot be underestimated, though, because all of these are extraordinary vehicles for businesses to promote themselves to a very large audience. Community leadership supports community building, and the Chamber offers Leadership Fremont as well to teach leadership and community building skills. Each class in Leadership Fremont is required to complete a community project at the culmination of their Leadership Fremont experience. The class of 2024 has recently graduated and chose to support the Afghan Elderly Association, and their efforts have made a difference in the lives of so many. Additionally, you will find our staff lending their time and expertise in serving on nonprofit boards, committees, and volunteering at community events. And lastly, advocacy. It has become increasingly important in our world, and in particular our city. Every time an elected or regulatory board meets, they have the power to make changes that affect your life. So it is incumbent above all of us to have our voices heard and participate in the process. It's very important. And we have luckily had some very impactful results. We have made multiple visits to the state capitol, advocating on behalf of our membership, and these have resulted in important connections. This year, we had the pleasure of hosting Access Sacramento, in which our members were invited to the state capitol, visited with many of the elected officials in the Capitol, and shared their concern and business issues. They were able to speak firsthand to these elected officials to share what their issues are, and that makes a huge difference. The Chamber also joined the California Commission on the Status of Women as an equal pay champion to advance equity and equal pay in the workplace. We were recently honored with a proclamation from the State Attorney General recognizing our years in business as a chamber, and also celebrating our 40th anniversary of the festival coming up real soon. The efforts recently earned our chamber the Advocacy Champion Award given by the California Chamber of Commerce, and this has been our second consecutive year for earning this. This is awarded to a very small number of chambers who have exemplified excellence in advocacy work and invoke meaningful change through their efforts. Our partnerships are key in successful advocacy efforts and provide vital opportunities and information. These partnerships are listed on the screen, and we continue to partner with CMTA, the California Manufacturers and Technology Association. Together with CMTA and the Chamber, excuse me, offer a dual membership in our organization, and this has been very successful and has already produced new members for our Chamber. Of course, our one very important partnership for the Chamber is the one we share with our city. We are grateful for it, and like you, are anxious to hear more about our city. For those of you not had the pleasure of knowing our mayor, here are a few relevant facts about her. The mayor is a longtime resident of Fremont and has served our city in many capacities, including Fremont Unified School District and other education-related organizations. She was elected to the City Council in 2014 and then went on to be elected as mayor. Mayor Mei currently serves on the Alameda County Transportation Committee for the I-680 Sunol Express Lane Joint Powers Authority, Vice Chair of the Goods Movement Planning Committee, and is a member of the Planning, Policy, and Legislation Committee, just to name a few. I don't know why do they have to have such long names, but anyway, our mayor is an extremely, extremely busy person out there representing Fremont and all of our needs and interests. So please join me in a warm welcome for our mayor.
So as she just mentioned earlier, actually I started in the school board back in 2008, and I wanted to make sure I acknowledged two of our school board trustees with us today. They could stand real quickly. I have our trustee, Sharon Coco, as well as Vivek Prasad. I apologize, we overlooked them earlier when... Do we have another trustee? Oh, trustee Diane Jones, I did not see you there. Thank you so much. But schools are a great place to start, and I think that that's one of the things. And before they leave, because I know how busy our staff is, I would not be able to do this without the support of all of our city staff, and I just wanted to acknowledge all those who are here, as well as, in particular, I know she's going to kill me, but Cheryl Golden, who helps me make this happen every year, as well as Kevin, Daniel, and Maximilian, who are helping me put this together this year. But now, let's begin our annual State of the City address. Over the past decade, it has become abundantly clear that there's no place like Fremont. Our achievements include affordable housing projects, a thriving downtown district, and new infrastructure, including the new BART station, new Agewell Center, new parks, and even this downtown event center. I'm proud to have welcomed more diverse and inclusive viewpoints and take great pride into the smooth transformation of our council governance into district representation. But before I dive more into the instrumental work our city has done over the past year, I'd like to greet and acknowledge my colleagues on the Fremont City Council. We have with us today, Vice Mayor Yang Xiao, who was here, he just left. He had to get to a meeting, it's okay, I forgive him. And council members Teresa Kang, Desiree Campbell, I also have council member Jenny Casson, Raj Salwan, and Teresa Cox. So thank you so much. Welcome also to the members of the city's leadership team, including City Manager Karina Shackelford, and joined in collaboration, as mentioned earlier, with the Fremont Chamber of Commerce. I'm honored to deliver my final State of the City speech as Fremont's mayor. Serving this city, where happiness is ingrained in our DNA, has been an immense and tremendous responsibility, one which I've taken seriously. Our residents' unity, cooperation, and inclusivity are the bedrock of our happiness. With a population of over 230,000, our diversity fuels a vibrant cultural scene and abundant economic opportunities. During a time of national division, our city has prioritized wellness initiatives, cultivated community connections, and ensured access to parks, trails, recreational facilities, and healthcare services. Additionally, our collaboration with 1,700 high-tech companies and over 900 advanced manufacturing companies has fostered innovation and enabled economic stability. Fremont's meticulous planning under my leadership has secured our position as America's happiest city as recognized by Wallet Hub for 5 consecutive years, as well as 6 out of the 8 years where I've led as mayor, and will best position us for years to come. Our council priorities, thank you. That's actually with all of your help. Our council priorities have remained steadfast over the last few years in pursuit of this goal, focusing on maintaining funding for addressing and preventing homelessness, ensuring public safety, and prioritizing environmental sustainability. These principles, which were agreed upon at this year's annual retreat with our senior management, have guided us towards financial health and sustainability, as evidenced by our consecutive Excellence in Financial Reporting and Distinguished Budget Presentation Awards from the Government Finance Officers Association for 40 and 27 years, respectively. The adopted budget demonstrates our focus on maintaining our long-term fiscal health and addresses a near-term revenue shortfall caused by the overpayment of sales tax revenue by the state in fiscal year 2022 and 23. We are expecting the state to reallocate approximately $19.5 million over the last quarter of this fiscal year and the first quarter of the upcoming fiscal year. To ensure our city's financial security, we've increased the budget uncertainty reserve to $20 million in this year's adopted budget and set aside $21.9 million in unreserved fund balance, preparing us for unexpected obstacles. The adopted budget also maintains essential services, focusing on council and community priorities as previously highlighted. And through strategic measures, including the utilization of one-time funds, reserves, and savings, we have successfully offset the revenue shortfall. Beginning in fiscal year 2025-26, ongoing revenues are expected to cover ongoing expenditures without further use of reserves. I want to extend my appreciation to our staff with guidance from the council for responsibly managing the city's financial resources and working diligently to ensure we cover the one-time gap to continue to balance our budget into the future. The city also expanded these budget conversations by utilizing our city's My Fremont tool to launch a survey for community input. We'll continue to look for additional ways to share budget information over the next year based on the feedback you've shared with us. And to keep up with maintaining and improving Fremont's infrastructure, we're in the second year of our 5-year capital improvement program, CIP. Our investments through fiscal year 2027-28, totaling over $250 million, prioritize streets, sidewalks, and facilities maintenance, as well as areas where our residents can congregate and connect, as originally envisioned in our Parks and Recreation Master Plan, including a new Central Park multi-service community center. We've already kicked off the development of the new community center, including gathering our community's input to bring to life residents' most desired programs, activity spaces, amenities, and architectural style preferences. And that's just one example of the city championing infrastructure growth. Just this week, the new Alameda County Trauma Center at Washington Hospital opened its doors. As a growing city, having a level 2 adult trauma center in our community means that residents can receive critical care in a timely manner closer to home. I'm proud of our work with Washington Hospital Healthcare System over the past decade to make this project a reality. We've learned from the pandemic that having nearby state-of-the-art treatment options is vital, and I'm happy that our residents can feel confident that their loved ones will be taken care of when it's needed most. We're also committed to investing in organizational health and development to provide increased opportunities for training, promotion, recruitment, and retention of highly skilled workforce. This year alone, Human Resources initiated 91 recruitments, resulting in 121 new hires and an additional 100 recruitments projected in fiscal year 2024-2025. Join Team Fremont. And our commitment to our community's fiscal health is just as important as their mental and relational health, which leads me to how we are cultivating connections in Fremont. To name a few Fremont-wide events, we've hosted our summer concert series, which starts again soon, Movies in the Park, Spring into STEAM, and our first Fremont Engineering Expo. Local nonprofit Fremont Creates also hosted a Fun Arts, Culture, and Creativity Month in April, and we've added 30 new box art designs to our traffic control boxes. I must also commend the work being done in each of our neighborhood districts and thank our staff for supporting community-wide events wherever possible. Now let's take a look at the highlights from each of our districts from this year. Starting in downtown, our council has elected to move forward on 2 transformational projects by Kimco at the Fremont Hub and Gateway Plaza that will add 520 residential units, a new restaurant row, and extend the vibrant Main Street feel of the Capitol Avenue, which is envisioned as downtown Fremont's retail spine. The fully leased 11 ground floor shop spaces at our first completed project, Capitol Square, are bringing new eateries, shops, and services to our community. We're not just building a downtown, but embracing a generational opportunity to shape a dynamic new downtown from the ground up, a legacy project that will transform the heart of our city. And we are continuing to look for ways to provide housing for our community. Last month, the city's zoning administrator approved the 8-story Deccan Pacific mixed-use project consisting of 179 market-rate rental apartment units at the southwest corner of Paseo Padre and Capitol Avenue, enhancing the gateway into our downtown. The saying, "Retail follows rooftops," continues to be in play in downtown. This project will also include 8,000 square feet of commercial space, all within walking distance to the Fremont BART station. Per the state-mandated Regional Housing Needs Allocation, commonly known as RHNA, this project, along with others, will help us achieve our housing goal inventories. It's rewarding to see our shared vision of making our growing downtown a vibrant district that stands on its own, and we're just getting started. In addition to these planned projects, downtown was buzzing with excitement all year. We hosted multiple industry events at the Downtown Event Center and Plaza, including Future of Fremont and also Silicon Valley Business Journal's Mayor's Forecast. And these events highlighted investment opportunities in Fremont and shared the city's growth story with regional businesses, developers, and other key business stakeholders. We also organized another downtown Halloween event and hosted Silicon Valley Industry Outlook with Bay Area real estate publication The Registry to facilitate discussions on the state of our regional economy. Turning our eyes to the future, we partnered with the Fremont Unified School District on Fremont's inaugural Engineering Expo that saw nearly 1,000 attendees, inspiring our next generation STEM workforce. On the topic of providing supportive environment for our next generation, Fremont was named by Wallet Hub as the best place in America to raise a family for a 3rd year in a row. Fremont's exceptional quality of life, thriving economy, and strong sense of community make it an ideal destination for families seeking the perfect balance of opportunities, amendments, and well-being. With top-ranked schools, abundant recreational spaces, and a diverse, inclusive culture, Fremont offers an unparalleled environment for families to grow, prosper, and truly feel at home. And we are constantly looking for more ways to encourage our families to spend time with one another. Over in Centerville, we opened Dusterberry Neighborhood Park last July and are thrilled it was awarded Outstanding New Park and the 2023 California Park and Recreation Society Award of Excellence in Design, acknowledging the remarkable achievements in facility design, park planning, and marketing, as well as community improvement and programming. The 4-acre park aligns with my mayoral 10-minute walk to parks initiative and with our vision of making parks accessible to our entire community. And our community service team just opened 8 pickleball courts at the Knoll in Central Park, something I know many of us picklers are excited about, especially our newly promoted Community Services Director, Kim Baranek. Kim is a dedicated and loyal advocate for Parks and Recreation, spearheading this effort and helping us complete this project in record time. These free drop-in community pickleball courts overlooking our beautiful Lake Elizabeth are already making an impact on families and recreational pickleball players throughout our Fremont community. Moving on to more community gatherings, the year-round Irvington Farmers Market has attracted visitors from near and far with seasonal produce, an array of baked goods, and more from local businesses across the Bay Area. It's also been a great outreach hub for ongoing conversations about community initiatives. Speaking of harmony, this year, the Bayfill Youth Orchestra hosted its side-by-side concert performance, which brings together the unique opportunity for youth to accompany professionals to make beautiful music together. And we also celebrated the grand opening of the Doug Ford Community Apartments, delivering affordable housing rental units for low-income and unhoused seniors. Over at Mission San Jose, we worked with the Mission San Jose Chamber on several events, including Taste for Summer, a free community festival for neighbors to explore local market vendors, activities including Try It exercise classes, food trucks, and more. The Chamber also held the second annual Arts Mosaic Fair, which focused on arts, culture, and creativity. And we celebrated our community favorite Olive Festival, which marked its 20th anniversary in October. Don't forget to save the date for the Mission San Jose Chamber of Commerce Summer Mixer on July 10th at the beautiful outdoor patio of the historic Mission San Jose, featuring refreshments, appetizers, and an opportunity to meet and greet some local small businesses. Heading into charming and historic Niles, have you seen the new Hartford Enclave and its welcoming path? In Niles, we're appreciative of community building events like the Niles Dog Show, Antique Fair, Charlie Chaplin Day, and more, all produced by the Niles Main Street Association. And we're also thrilled to see the synergy taking shape in Centerville with both Billy Roy's and Dale Hardware opening their spaces to host on-site community events. We appreciate their commitment and vision to being an anchor for this district. And I also wanted to congratulate Dale Hardware on their 70th anniversary coming up. In partnership with Fremont Unified School District, the city's first ever student job and internship fair took place at Centerville Middle School. Our gratitude to all the participants who contributed to this networking event, fostering exploration into a wide span of careers. And we look forward to returning next year with more. Down the street, the former Center Theater went through a restoration and opened last December as Slam Fremont Basketball Gym with a constant stream of games, practices, tryouts, and activities for kids and adults alike. And across the street, plans are underway for a 312-unit, 5-story mixed-use rental apartment complex on Fremont Boulevard and Peralta. This 100% affordable housing development will also provide 6,100 square feet of retail. On the topic of networking, Tesla and I hosted its 7th annual Introduce a Girl to Engineering Day event in Warm Springs. As Fremont is one of the top 5 cities in Western United States for women in STEM, I was inspired to see over 70 middle school girls visiting Tesla's Fremont facility to learn from engineers, tour its manufacturing floor, and hear about a career in advancing manufacturing. Tesla also hosted the Silicon Valley Leadership Group's Women's Leadership Roundtable on environmental sustainability last month. I was honored to share my insights and experiences with other inspiring female climate leaders on the panel and to tout Fremont's commitment to sustainable policies and projects. But that's not all the excitement that occurred in Warm Springs. We also welcomed San Francisco Bay University, this year's major State of the City sponsor, and a new Chase Bank branch in the district. While we celebrate new additions to Warm Springs, we also treasure our partnerships, like with Cedar Lawn and their long legacy to commemorate our hometown heroes. Continuing the theme of recognizing many groups in our community, up in Ardenwood, the East Bay Regional Park District Disability Resource Fair was held at Ardenwood Park. Additionally, the Don Edwards San Francisco Bay National Wildlife Refuge was another focal point of national discussion back in March. I was honored to welcome the United States Secretary of the Interior, Deb Haaland. During her visit, she announced that the refuge is receiving $2 million from President Biden's Investing in America agenda to improve recreational opportunities for local communities along the San Francisco Bay. Increasing environmental sustainability, equity, and access to green spaces will continue to be a priority for our city. Moving from how Fremont is supporting our districts to supporting local businesses, our efforts to ensure the financial health and sustainability of our city's economy are top of mind. I want to begin by celebrating a few notable initiatives from this year. City staff and I took an active role in supporting several Fremont companies with their applications for CHIPS Act funding, securing commitments for business expansions in semiconductor manufacturing and R&D in Fremont. We partnered with Ohlone College and numerous workforce programs, and with BART on the Fremont Line A job study that is exploring opportunities to add more job capacity within walking distance to the Warm Springs South Fremont BART station. And I'm thrilled to announce a groundbreaking public-private collaboration between the city's Economic Development Department and the California Manufacturing and Technology Association, CMTA, to bolster Fremont's vibrant manufacturing sector. Through innovative initiatives and tireless advocacy, this partnership will cement Fremont's reputation as a leading hub of advanced manufacturing innovation, a shining example that other communities across the state will aspire to emulate. As mayor, I could not be prouder to lead a city that not only pioneers revolutionary manufacturing capabilities, but also holds a preeminent position at the heart of Silicon Valley. This collaboration represents an exciting new era in Fremont's story as we reach unprecedented heights of success and opportunity. To support this vision, we must enhance the viability of our industrial lands to attract even more businesses to Fremont. This year, we implemented major land use strategies and actively for PG&E on local network capacity enhancement, promoting industrial development and leasing. Our efforts were fruitful. We jointly applied for and were awarded $500,000 in funding from the Association of Bay Area Governments and MTC for power production area grants, which will support local governments in creating policies and identifying investments that will protect industrial lands. We also achieved full leasing at Pacific Commons South, which was the largest speculative industrial project ever pursued in the Bay Area at the time it was approved. And we advanced development projects, including the completion of Tech Center at 880 and the entitlement of the campus at Bayside in Warm Springs, spanning 6 advanced manufacturing buildings totaling 400,000 square feet. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. In May, Heinz Interest LP and Oak Tree Capital Management also broke ground on Millmont Industrial, a 267,000 square foot state-of-the-art advanced manufacturing facility. Also situated in Warm Springs, the site, with its clear heights, heavy power, and ample loading docks, is poised to attract top-tier tenants in semiconductor, electric vehicle, and clean tech industries. I, for one, cannot wait to see the innovation that will unfold from the companies that will ultimately call this space and Fremont home. Fremont has defined itself as where technology goes to scale, and we're taking the lead on bridging connections to the next generation of STEM leaders, our local youth. In October, we celebrated the 12th annual Manufacturing Week in partnerships with CMTA, welcoming over 350 students to Fremont from local schools, colleges, and universities, providing curated tours at local companies. Since becoming mayor, I've firsthand seen the Manufacturing Week grow into an impactful event for the future manufacturing workforce. This year's event consisted of 13 tours from Fremont manufacturers across life sciences, semiconductors, clean tech, supply chain, and auto tech industries. And manufacturing in Fremont continues to blossom. We're pleased that Bloom Energy recently received a $75 million federal tax credit to support its major expansion of its Fremont-based manufacturing plant. But that's not all. This year, we welcomed the California Battery Summit, hosted by the Governor's Office of Business Development and the California Energy Commission at our downtown event center. This event energized our 200 industry and policymaker attendees, feeling ready to support battery R&D and manufacturing in California, while also amplifying Fremont's national leadership in the clean tech industry. In addition, RK Logistics opened the largest lithium battery distribution facility in California, here in Warm Springs, which will play a vibrant role in furthering our battery ecosystem in Fremont. On the topic of clean tech, we also expanded Fremont's national leadership in this sector through events, including a summit I attended at CES, extensive media outreach, and supporting investments in Fremont. I was also ecstatic to see two Fremont businesses come together on a new solar components factory in our city. With the support of the Inflation Reduction Act last August, Fremont-based Nextracker opened a new dedicated production line at Fremont's manufacturer Estelle Flash's 197,000 square foot facility, which is poised to create a domestic supply chain for critical components and rapidly expand the number of utility-scale solar installations across the nation. Looking ahead, Supernal is expanding its eVTOL and battery R&D business in Fremont. Our world-renowned manufacturing industry continues to shine, as this notoriety has helped Fremont lay claim to more clean tech jobs than any community in the United States. And beyond supporting Fremont's advanced manufacturing sector, our Economic Development Department continues to actively support and promote our small businesses. Throughout the year, we have hosted several marketing campaigns and events to highlight them, including hosting our second annual Fremont Restaurant Week with the Fremont Chamber, which drew thousands of people into Fremont from around the region to showcase our diverse culinary offerings. Thank you to the nearly 50 participating local restaurants, each dishing out fantastic deals and exclusive items. With coverage across many media outlets, over 100,000 unique visits to the website, and an overwhelming 2,500 Restaurant Week passport submissions for raffle items, the response from the community was fantastic. Looking beyond these events, we also saw major businesses open their doors in Fremont, including Fremont Bank headquarters, which we just celebrated earlier in June, with a neighborhood block party on Capitol Avenue in recognition of its significance to our downtown district. Pape Machinery's new state-of-the-art flagship dealership is already thriving, and a new Vietnamese restaurant, Cafe Hanoi, located in the former P.F. Chang's space at Pacific Commons Shopping Center. Turning now to other collaborations, Fremont Police Department is partnering with Joshua's Gift, a needs registry for our autistic community, to train officers on how to best serve neurodiverse community members who may require additional assistance before, during, or after an emergency. Code Joshua has been in place since April. And efforts like these aren't just making a local impact, they're being recognized nationwide. In fact, the success of our Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, VITA, sponsored by the IRS, was a role model to establish national standards to assist low-income households in maximizing refunds and tax credits. This year alone, 1,798 Fremont households received services, returning $2.4 million in federal and state refunds. This success, in large part, can be attributed to our thoughtful FRC staff and 110 generous volunteers who provide these meaningful services in 21 different languages. We know a key element of community vitality is housing, which is why this year we have continued implementation of our updated general plan housing element, which was adopted by our council in January of 2023, and revisited the zoning code to streamline the development of accessory dwelling units, ADUs, to bring the code into compliance with new state laws related to housing. We continue to work with our Planning Commission on facilitating housing production, ensuring the responsible development of our city. And we also started planning the development of the city-owned site at Fremont Boulevard and Dakota Road, an effort which will implement housing element policy commitments, and it's envisioned to bring well-designed mixed-income housing to the site. And that's just the start of our momentum to meet the diverse housing needs of our community. In September, the state awarded $45.8 million to support new affordable housing and clean transportation initiatives at the future 3900 Thornton project in Centerville, which will transform a vacant lot into a sustainable building with 128 affordable homes. $4.3 million of the state grant will promote clean transportation, and the San Joaquin Regional Rail Commission will use $6 million to replace an outdated diesel locomotive with a modern zero-emission version. Moving on to other housing developments, we celebrated the groundbreaking of the future Bell Street Gardens affordable housing development last October, built in partnership with Resources for Community Development, which will provide 126 housing units for low-income households. And in February, as previously noted, we opened the Doug Ford Community Apartments with Abode Allied Housing, and later approved city funding to build 3 new affordable housing developments in Warm Springs, downtown, and Centerville. We also have 2 additional affordable housing project openings to look forward to soon: Fremont Family Apartments and Osgood North. Upcoming projects total nearly 750 new affordable housing units on their way to Fremont by 2026, a feat certainly worthy of celebration. In the spirit of celebrations, congratulations to the Family Resource Center celebrating its 25th year. This FRC location serves over 40,000 local families and individuals annually who need critical services and has been described as the best kept secret in town. For its 25th anniversary, its wish is to no longer have it remain a secret and to help even more community members and neighbors in need. On June 7th, over 500 attendees joined the FRC in celebration of their resources fair, bringing together more than 20 agencies and nonprofits. The year of celebration will be capped off by a fundraiser here at the Downtown Event Center on October 24th. We have many people to thank for the FRC's incredible accomplishment, but I wanted to specifically recognize Human Services Director Suzanne Shenfield, who after more than 46 years of dedicated service to the city is retiring at the end of August. In addition to launching Fremont's Family Resource Center, Suzanne led our city to countless milestones, including the opening of the city's first and second Age Well centers, the creation of the Afghan Refugee Fund, winning the National League of Cities Cultural Diversity Award, and spearheading the development of the Housing Navigation Center and Safe Parking Program. A champion of advocating for others, she has truly crafted a rich patchwork of services and care for our community. Suzanne and the programs within the Human Services Department always supported all members of our community. So in honor of these efforts, let me touch upon one of our key City Council priorities, our response to homelessness. I am pleased to share that Fremont has achieved a significant 21% reduction in homelessness since our last point-in-time count in 2022. However, we recognize there is still much work to be done. We know that addressing homelessness starts by assisting those in need, which is why over the last year we've continued to provide care for Fremont's unhoused residents through thoughtful, action-based strategies that align with the City Council's priorities, including prevention, shelter, and housing programs, as well as strong partnerships with federal, state, and regional agencies. With increased funding, we've also worked to improve encampments by removing hazardous debris. In addition, our mobile evaluation team remains steadfast in its efforts to respond to mental health and encampment support requests, to assist those in need, and to reduce the effects of encampments on our community. But we know these efforts aren't enough on their own. We also developed and adopted a Fremont-specific homelessness response plan with the help of a consultant to guide our development of policies, investments, and actions over the next 5 years to continue reducing and addressing homelessness. The plan identifies 5 strategies to direct our programming approach with an overall look and focus on assisting those at risk, becoming homeless, and housing unsheltered community members. As a next step, we will review our current initiatives to ensure they align with our goal to address the root causes of homelessness. All of this to say, if you were one of the 631 community members who contributed thoughts and recommendations for this homelessness response plan, thank you. Your perspective is invaluable to us, and since there's always room for improvement, we're continuing to implement findings from our recent community survey to guide our ongoing efforts and address key areas of community concern. Another area we continue to make impactful changes is with our sustainability initiatives. Fremont already ranks number 9 on Wallet Hub's list of greenest U.S. cities and was the first city in the nation to earn the Platinum designation from SoulSmart, recognizing exceptional achievements in advancing solar energy at the local level. I highlighted our climate action efforts at City Summit of Americas, and nationally, I was one of 2 mayors from the state of California to be invited to the COP28 UN Climate Change Conference in Dubai to both present and learn more about what we do to address climate change. These achievements provide us with validation that we're on the right path toward building a more sustainable future. In preparation for the years ahead, we're actively implementing our climate action plan adopted by the Council in October, which will incorporate community input provided both on My Fremont and at community meetings. Among many initiatives, the plan delivered key accomplishments for our city's infrastructure centered around sustainably electrifying our city. You can also track and follow along our climate action plan progress on our city's website. And last week, our council approved making the Renewable 100 service plan the default for all Fremont customers. The city was also recognized, again, for the 27th consecutive year as Tree City USA, in addition to receiving $254,000 Energy Efficiency and Conservation Block Grant to replace and upgrade the lighting at the Central Park tennis courts with energy-efficient LEDs. Likewise, Fremont's electricity provider, Ava Community Energy, received $2 million in federal funding to support the construction of solar battery microgrids at city facilities in Fremont and throughout Alameda County. These 8 sites in Fremont will provide clean power and allow for continued operations in the event of power outages. In addition, the city is working with Ava to establish electric vehicle fast charging hubs to provide reliable charging options for Fremont EV owners. The U.S. Forest Service also awarded the city a $360,000 grant to support the planting of 400 trees and an urban forestry youth workforce training program. In total, 10,000 urban forestry contacts and service requests were attended to this year, underscoring our city's commitment to furthering conservation efforts. In that same vein, we're dedicated to leveraging the most innovative technology to enhance the lives of community members and ensure Fremont's prosperity for years to come. Thanks to the coordinated efforts, we'll be rolling out Access Fremont across 6 districts in late summer. The initiative is funded by state and federal funding and will provide robust free internet access for small businesses and patrons in our community. Additionally, our Information Technology Services and Public Works Department are collaborating with LS Power to enhance broadband infrastructure and with PG&E to expedite service enhancements and greater grid resiliency. Moving on to how technology can help us become more transparent, I'm particularly excited to announce the rollout of our data dashboards. These new tools provide real-time data to help our community visualize and stay informed on how we are tracking towards citywide goals. I encourage everyone to visit our Fremont.gov website to view our new dashboards, focusing on the Fremont app, our sustainability efforts, our drone as first responder program. Planning is also underway to add additional dashboards on topics such as homelessness response. To further transparency efforts, we also implemented our new Next Request portal to simplify the process of requesting public records, further ensuring our city's commitment to accessibility. Speaking of positive impacts, we also have projects in the works to enhance bicycle and pedestrian connectivity, safety, and comfort within key areas of Fremont. Last month, we partnered with Bike East Bay on a bike tour and ribbon-cutting event for the new Walnut Liberty Protected Bike Lane. And this fall, a completed active transportation plan will outline updated priorities for enhancing our walkways, sidewalks, paths, and trails, catering to pedestrians, cyclists, and wheelchair users. Moving to other transportation updates, thank you to Caltrans for initiating a 12-mile-long repaving project in April on Interstate 880 in Fremont, covering the stretch from Ardenwood to Warm Springs. This $70 million project is funded by your gas taxes. Next, in response to concern about large vehicle parking near schools, we've rolled out new policies around vehicle parking at school sites, such as Horner and Hirsch, to ensure clear, safe routes for our students. Additionally, California's new daylighting law, going into effect next year, will make it illegal to stop or park within 20 feet of approach of a marked or unmarked crosswalk. This will increase visibility, improving the safety of both drivers and pedestrians. Finally, as part of the city's multi-year traffic signal modernization program, 14 miles of major streets were upgraded to coordinate traffic signal timing, improving vehicle travel time along the corridors by 60%. This includes segments of Fremont Boulevard, Paseo Padre, Maury, Stevenson, and Warm Springs. More work is planned in the upcoming year to expand the traffic signal modernization program to provide signal timing coordination to other arterial corridors, including Fremont Boulevard South, Automall Parkway, Thornton, Dakota, Blakeout, and Grimmer. All of this is done with the goal of keeping our community safer. Speaking of which, public safety continues to be a main focus for both our city and our community. Expanding our efforts beyond our local community to the broader Bay Area, we partnered with these Tri-City agencies to develop a new Tri-City multi-jurisdictional local hazard mitigation plan. The plan aims to reduce the impact that natural hazards pose to residents, businesses, public and private property, and critical infrastructure across the Tri-City area. Moving to our emergency responders, the Fremont Police Department has remained steadfast in its commitment to improving the safety of Fremont. With an assistance from a $2.5 million organized retail theft prevention grant, the Fremont Police Department is funding staffing and technology for a real-time information center to combat organized retail theft crimes. Beyond protecting Fremont and participating in community events, our police department is focused about growing its future workforce. To inspire others to consider a career in law enforcement, the Fremont Police Department hosted its first police career fair to educate potential candidates on what a career in policing looks like. As a result of this recruitment effort, FPD welcomed 35 new members to the department across sworn officers and professional, part-time, and full-time staff. Fremont Police Department also continues to work closely with our Fremont Fire Department on the nation's first public safety drone as first responders DFR program. And in February, the council approved the deployment of this initiative, which has already experienced success. Another department that has had very impactful and eventful year was our Fremont Fire Department. Through the fire department's collaboration with Light AI, our firefighters improved response times by 62% by predicting routes and light signals on Fremont Boulevard, clearing traffic before the responders arrived, and allowing our responders to focus on what really matters, saving lives. We will also add a new engine company to support the growth of Fremont at the end of this year. The dedication of FFD, Fremont Fire Department, serves more than just our local communities, as our crews travel to provide mutual aid to neighboring communities in need. We are grateful for the time and efforts of our first responders who earlier this month assisted with the Corral fires located southwest of Tracy in San Joaquin County, and the Point incident in Sonoma County, Stewart's Point Road, Skaggs Springs, Geyserville, and the Colusa Sites fire. On the recruitment front, we were delighted to welcome 16 new graduates to the fire department in March, alongside several other hires, including Fire Marshal Eric Govan, who joined us in February from the Richmond Fire Department. I'm confident these new additions will positively impact our fire department and leave a lasting impression on our community. And now, as I wrap up this year's State of the City address, Fremont will be embarking upon a new chapter. For the past 16 years, I've had the profound privilege to serve our Fremont community, first as a school board trustee, then as a council member, and now in my second term as mayor. It has been an opportunity of a lifetime to champion the causes I'm most passionate about and make a tangible difference in the lives of our residents, businesses, and city as a whole. As your council member, I've had the immense joy of serving the Fremont community and taking bold action on the issues that matter most. One of my proudest achievements was garnering unanimous council support for the establishment of our city's Housing Navigation Center. This was a pivotal moment as we came together to unite on a clear vision for addressing homelessness in Fremont. I'm deeply honored to have played a role in assisting vulnerable populations, support for our seniors, veterans, and others in need, like our Afghan refugee families, whom through tireless fundraising efforts, we were able to raise and deliver close to $500,000 in donations. Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, we worked tirelessly to support our residents and local businesses, ensuring their health, safety, and access to critical resources. This included coordinated, comprehensive relief efforts. Together, we delivered thousands of boxes of masks, food, and supplies, tangible embodiments of Fremont's unwavering commitment to uplifting the most vulnerable. I'm equally proud to have served alongside with our remarkable volunteers and staff, walking in every one of our county's point-in-time counts. I consider myself a hands-on mayor, literally contributing sweat equity to countless projects, from economic development outreach to helping deliver affordable housing solutions like our Habitat for Humanity in Centerville. I was honored to lead volunteers, including our council, on multiple build days, from working alongside our city staff, strong women leaders, and even the 49ers. As the first woman and minority to hold this esteemed office, I've had the profound responsibility of being a voice for the voiceless. When our AAPI community faced a surge of senseless hate, I stood shoulder to shoulder with fellow community advocates to condemn racism in all its forms and recommit ourselves to the values of unity, empathy, and mutual understanding that make Fremont so special. However, it's the small moments, fostering civil discourse at city council meetings, having meaningful one-on-one conversations with community members, business owners, and my personal favorite, our students and youth, that have left an indelible mark. These interactions reminded me daily that true leadership is listening, building bridges, and empowering others to become agents of change. I hope that my tenure has inspired other women and minorities to pursue careers in public service, shattering glass ceilings and ushering in a new era of representative, responsive governance. Because that is the legacy I wish to leave, one of empowerment, of progress, of a community that never settles, but always strives to be better. I've poured my heart and soul into serving, and while there have and will be future challenges, I am confident that our resilient, compassionate community will undoubtedly continue to thrive, and perhaps even claiming the title of happiest city in America for future years. Nonetheless, I didn't seek this office for accolades or personal gain. I wanted only to make a meaningful difference, to be a catalyst for positive change. And I hope with every fiber of my being that I've succeeded in that mission. As a child, I pored over and was always inspired by biographies of those who positively impacted the world through their acts of kindness, empathy, and unwavering hope for a better tomorrow. They were ordinary people who took care in leaving the world a little bit better than they found it. Now the call to action is clear. Don't just complain about an issue. Do something. Be part of a solution and make a difference. After all, it's the little things like a smile, a listening ear, or a helping hand that matter most. So let's make a difference, one small act at a time. As I deliver my final State of the City, again, address, I'm filled with excitement and optimism, and look forward to serving you until the end of December. Our city is strong, resilient, and our council and dedicated city staff are here to serve you, and we eagerly await your valuable feedback. Here are many great ways to stay connected and engaged with us. We're also recruiting for open positions in our police, fire, and city staff departments. I personally encourage you to apply and join our incredible team. Additionally, we welcome community members to apply for open board and commission seats. It's a wonderful way to get more involved with your city. Together, we will continue building a thriving, vibrant community that we can all take pride in. Thank you to the Fremont Chamber of Commerce for their many years of partnership in delivering this collaborative outreach to our community. And now, as an opportunity today to listen to you, I would like to open the public comment period. For those interested in sharing, please line up behind the microphone in the center of the room. Each speaker will have 1 minute. Please state your name prior to speaking. We're appreciative of your comments, but please know that the council and I cannot take action nor respond to items that are brought up under public comment period in a public meeting. When speaking on behalf of an organization, state the name of the organization you are representing. We will start the timer for each speaker. And please, at this time, please feel free to step up to the mic. Don't be shy. Thank you. Are there any speakers? Okay, if not, I wanted to say, I'll close the public comment period. I guess I should use my gavel. I opened it, and I'll close it. But thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We're so glad you spent the morning with us learning about your city. For those who would like to share today's presentation with others, the slides and speech will be posted to the city's website later today. It will also be rebroadcast on cable TV channel 27, Fremont's government channel, and available for viewing on our website by the end of next week. Thank you again. My deepest blessings and thanks to all of you and your families. Be well, be safe, and be kind. The meeting is adjourned.